Hey, how you doing? Here I am at a beautiful beach here in the beautiful paradise that is Puerto. Welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I would like to introduce you to who I am. I would like to introduce you to what I am all about, my journey, and what this channel is all about and will be going forward. So let's start with my name. My name is Javon, and I have been living in this beautiful paradise for the last 12 years. I was born and raised in the concrete jungle of Brooklyn, New York. Forget about it. And in New York, in Brooklyn, I became a product of my environment around me. I was so disconnected from nature and so disconnected from the self, because I truly believe that many of us are so disconnected from nature and the self, the mind. And so I have been on this beautiful journey of change, because change is a beautiful thing. So let's go back, shall we? Let's go back. So in New York, there was a time that I became homeless, and I found my way out by finding a job in Hawaii, where they flew me out in a cruise ship. And so I worked for 6 months. I returned back to New York, got myself an apartment, got a good paying job, and I was living the good life. I would come here for vacation, and I fell in love with Puerto, with all of this magic and beauty. And so since I was a bartender in New York and a DJ, I figured, hey, why not open my own beach bar here, like the movie Cocktail? Forget about it. And so I came here with no plans, with my little savings that I had, with the intentions of opening a bar. I decided against it when I did move here, but I did DJ all over this magical island for about 3 or 4 years. And so during this 3 or 4 years, I started to awaken to something higher, to my higher self. I started to connect to nature. And then I started to connect to myself. And so I would see all of these dirty beaches. I used to go to Vega Baja Beach so many times. And so there, I noticed how dirty those beaches got. And so I grew tired of seeing that. And I thought, since my Spanish was really horrible at that time, I just make signs and hold them up. And so I would go from one side of the beach to the other, and cleaning along the way, holding my signs up. I had like 6 different signs, and I became the self-imposed guardian of the beaches 10 years ago. And that has been my journey to raise awareness. And I would clean along the way and clean the many beaches that I would go to. I would go to as many as 13 different beaches. And so that started that at that time. And at that same time, I was not happy being a DJ no longer. I wanted to focus all of my energy on taking care of the beaches, and I would do that for every day. And then I quit drinking alcohol. I decided one day, enough numbing my mind, numbing myself, enough of connecting to something that is really not needed. And that was the best decision that I have ever made. And you could check out the video on that as well. And so I quit drinking alcohol, and I finally found that felt that I recovered the mind, I recovered the self. And so I have been on this journey of self-discipline. I went on this monk-like voyage, deeper into the self. I started to connect more to myself. And so I went on that journey. I then became barefoot. I've been barefoot for 7 years. I own no shoes, no sandals. I became vegan because I would drive by a cow and look how beautiful they are. See a chicken, how beautiful they are. And I do not want to be the reason that their lives are ended, or the reason for their suffering. I will make a video on why I became plant-based, vegan, whatever you want to call it. Because I started to grow compassion. See, when this all started, I started to grow plants as well. I started to grow a tomato plant around that time. It would die. Hey, I'm from Brooklyn. You think I could grow plants? I don't know anything. And my intentions never crossed my mind, not one inkling crossed my mind to grow plants, to come here. I'm going to grow plants. I'm going to grow a tomato. It took me a long time, maybe 4 years in, during this stage, this transition. And so I continued, and I started to develop the passion for that. And as I always say, I don't grow plants. The plants, they have grown me. I will make a video about that as well. And so I learned everything from the plants, from nature, from teaching me these values like compassion, self-love, which was missing in me because in Brooklyn I lived depressed all my life. And now, here I'm so happy because look at this. I could splash my day away here in this magic. But so I started to grow these plants, right? Started to grow plants, and I enjoyed it. I felt like I found my purpose in life. My purpose was not to live in a rat race, and I'm glad that I broke free from that rat race. So let's fast forward. So I did not have my farm yet at that time. I worked in a farm in Ponce, taking care of Isa, the beautiful dog. And so I did that for about 2 years, taking care of their land. And so at that time, I was enjoying my solitude because I truly believe solitude is freedom, and that we need solitude. We need to take the time to enjoy our own company. And so we also must remove our many layers of conformity, and that has been my journey, to remove the many layers of conformity, like alcohol, like money. That was another thing that I gave up when I gave up DJing. I gave up a lot of money on the table to focus on cleaning a beach, to focus on doing this for the beaches. And so I live a simple life. I have hardly any money on me, on my name. I have not that much money, and that's how I've been living for the past 8 years, with less. It took me a while to get a phone, to make videos, but I was enjoying being in that farm. But you know, I was always compelled to take care of the beaches. Always go back to the beaches and make sure they're clean. Make sure they stayed clean. And so I would come frequently to the beaches and continue with my walking around with my signs. And there would be one beach in particular that I take care of, where I put my signs down and relax and enjoy my day. And so 5 years ago, I was shot in the face for defending a beautiful beach from trash when I decided to record a family leaving their trash behind. So much trash. I told them to take it out. They refused, so I recorded them because I had enough of this. I had enough of seeing how many people treat this island. And I felt like I needed to defend this beach that I was defending that day. I felt like I needed to stand up for nature, because I truly believe that I am nature, we are nature, and I am nature defending itself. And this is why I take care of the beaches. And another reason I take care of the beaches is because even though I was not born here, I was reborn here. I feel like I finally connected my roots down to Mother Earth, Mother Nature. See, many people won't understand that. I grew a deep love in my heart for Borinquen, for this magic. And so I became very passionate about taking care of this magic and not allowing it to be destroyed by many of the people's ignorance, not all. What I have been doing for the beaches, I continue to do. Through my PTSD from being shot in the face. By the way, the bullet grazed by my cheekbone, missing me by an inch. Very grateful to be alive today, to be here talking to you, to continue telling you my story of my journey. And so at that time, I had enough, and I was about to leave the island, making plans to go to Nicaragua, to Panama, somewhere where I could continue my love for nature, for my love for the world, my love for Borinquen. And so, as I was about to leave, the land, this beautiful land, presented itself to me. And now 5 years I have been living in this land, creating a beautiful food forest, living off the grid with just one solar panel, one battery, collecting rainwater. And what a beautiful journey it has been. It has been a wonderful, wonderful journey. And to grow fruit trees, to grow tomatoes, to grow the beauty of life. Because this is what I connected to, the beauty of life, the magic of life. I connected deeply to this. And Borinquen is where I found my peace, my freedom, and my happiness. It is where I found myself, my mind. It is where I broke free from the many shackles that I conformed to. And now I see things differently. I developed my own philosophy in life on how to live and how to see things. You know, everything in my house was found in the trash. You know, living this simple life there. It has been hard living without much money, with a farm. But I've been doing it slowly but surely, getting things done. And I will make a video with a tour soon, So stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell button, whatever that thing is. But so yeah, it has been a beautiful journey, and that is what I continue to use my voice, because I found my voice. I found the instrument, the powerful instrument that many of us have forgotten to use. And I hope to inspire others to use their voice, inspire others to take the steps to break free from their layers of conformity. You know, I do tours now. I share my perspective through my tours. But I want to inspire change, because if somebody from Brooklyn could change, anyone can. Anyone could. You know, if somebody from Brooklyn could grow food, anyone could. You know, I had to make a lot of sacrifices. But in life, I think to live the life we want, we have to make sacrifices. And I truly think that we need to go back to nature, return back to nature, and that is what my channel is all about, to return back, to rewild ourselves, to connect to the Madre Tierra. That is what we must do. It's time to connect again. It's time to take control of our minds, to take control of the self, to recognize ourselves, to find our inner child and heal ourselves, because that should be the journey in life. I found that. I found my inner child. I'm carefree. I love to play in the water. I like to split splash. I like to run around barefoot. I like to be naked. I enjoy adventures, barefoot adventures, which I will share more of my adventures and my journey. I'm going to dedicate a lot of my time on posting more than I do. And I'm thankful for everyone. I'm grateful for everyone who has supported me and who has followed my journey thus far. And please leave any comments down below on what you want to see, what you want to hear. I will make a lot of videos talking about my many different layers, like abstinence. I went abstinent for 8 years. Again, monk-like journey. And so, you know, I went abstinent because I needed to build a relationship with myself. Again, I will make a video about that pretty soon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe. Please visit me on all social media, where I continue to share more of my thoughts on the stories, at Radically Wild, and my website, radicallywild.com. Now I'm going to enjoy a sunset. I hope you guys take the time to do the same. Stay wild, everyone!